It's a great day in SimWorld, everybody. Good morning and welcome to SimWorld Today, a very special live Labor Day edition of the show. I'm B-Ron, and joining me this morning is Rick Blaze. Good morning, Rick. Happy Labor Day. How you doing, man?
Wait, today is Labor Day?
Well,
I'm working
yesterday, I
on
don't know,
Labor Day
whatever
on
it
no work day. We live and in your mother loving face SimWorld. Wake your ass up. Let's get to it. The producer don't have a dump button, so I can say whatever I want, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's jump right into it. Starting on the diamond with some SWLB action. Let's do it. The O's and Zach Eflin returned yesterday from the 15-day IL and got right to work. He struck out 9 batters in 7 innings of work to help the O's defeat the Rockies 6-1. And this is a big deal for the O's because this continues their fight in the AL East with the Yankees. In addition to Zach Eflin's really good day, Gunnar Henderson helped out. He drove in 2 runs. First one on a double in the first, and the second one on the 7th in a single in the 7th inning. And then James McCann hit a 2-run homer in the 4th, which gave him 5 on the year. So the question now, Rick, is: do you think the O's can take control of the AL East and get back in the first place, or do you think it's going to be a runaway battle for one of these teams eventually?
I think the O's have a really, really good chance. Eflin looked really good yesterday coming back off the DL. I think the O's have a good shot to take this. I'm not the biggest Yankee fan. As a Houston Astro fan, we beat them up so bad, so much, man. It's time. We need to beat up somebody else out the East. We've already shown how bad we can beat up the Yankees. So it'd be cool to have the O's come on out the East and let us beat them up for a change during the postseason. So I'm with it. Let's go, O's.
You know what? Look, I will take the O's win because the Yankees lost yesterday to the Cardinals. It was 14-7, something like that. It was crazy.
Ugly.
Yeah, real ugly yesterday. But right now the O's are half game back from first place, and they're still leading the wild card. So either way, both those teams are getting in if it all kind of holds true to what it is now. I think that it's going to be a neck and neck battle between the Yankees and the O's going the rest of the way. I don't think either team's going to pull away. And I do think it'll probably come down to that last season series they play. I think here near the end of September rather, where they'll play that last season series. That'll be kind of the deciding factor on who really walks away with the division. But I do think it's going to be a neck and neck kind of thing. I don't see either team really going on any kind of a roll and spending themselves at the tippy top of the division. I think it'll be like one team might lose by a half a game, 1.5 games, something like that, but it won't be a 5-game deficit between the top and the second spot in the AL East.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer that pitching is what you're gonna really need coming down the stretch. So I do give the O's a slight advantage on the pitching side. The Yankees have bigger bats, so we're gonna see. It's gonna be a very interesting stretch coming down this tail end of the month. But again, it's just a setup to the prelim of what we already know. The Astros whipping ass again.
Well, hey,
trash cans,
man. Hopefully they
included,
get there,
baby.
and trash cans included is crazy.
Yes, Lord, let's do it.
Yeah, well, look, let's keep things moving a little bit, and let's go from the diamond to the gridiron. You're gonna talk some SimWorld U football because it's back, and there's been between week 0 and week 1, there have been some exciting football games going on in the world of college football. Miami, most notably Miami, went down to Florida and beat the Gators 41-17. That was a big shock of the weekend for me. Cam Ward went crazy. 3 touchdown passes in the game. It was wild to see that and to see Cam Ward. As Cam Jones. I think Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Okay. I didn't know about Jones or Ward. But Cam Ward, 385 yards, 3 touchdowns in the win. Anything else stick out to you over the weekend of college football, Rick, in particular?
Yeah, well, me, B-Run, personally, I'm a strong believer that small schools and big women both need a lot of love. So I want to give some love to my alma mater, Sam Houston State University. I don't know if you can see that sweat I just held up, but Sam Houston State, alma mater, they non-conference USA got them a big win over Rice this weekend, and also Ashton Genty out of Boise State, who scored six touchdowns from the running back by himself this weekend. That was crazy. And the game last night with USC and LSU was absolutely a great game, and that was crazy yesterday as well. So that's my takeaway for the college football was here. This is a good time of the season. This is a great time for all men and sports lovers. This is a terrible time if you're currently in a relationship because it's about to take a nose dive this time of year as usual.
Yeah, there's a lot of sports going on right now between college football. Basketball is kind of in the process of being back somewhat soon anyway, I feel like. NFL football is going to start soon. SWF football is going to start soon. There's so much football going on, and baseball getting into the home stretch too. It's an exciting time to be a sports fan for sure. One of the other ones that surprised me, Rick, I think was just how badly Georgia beat down on Clemson.
Oh my God,
34-3.
Woo. Hey, let me tell you, Georgia looks like they're ready for another championship run. Based on that, they beat the Bulldogs beat the brakes off Clemson on that game. That was ugly. I don't know. It's funny how Clemson has just kind of fell from grace, but Georgia has Clemson look like they are the Division II team on yesterday. On this weekend. So
yeah,
it was ugly. The Bulldogs look really good.
Yeah, it was not a good time at all for the Tigers. Sorry, for the Tigers the other day. Another one also, just one more here that I'm looking at on my list. Iowa. They're more known for their defense over the years, and there was a lot of memes about their offense and their quote unquote new look offense. But that didn't really matter because they ended up putting up 40 points and shutting out IL State here. It was insane.
Yeah, Iowa State. Yeah, those are really good games. Iowa had brought out the whooping stick. I want to give a quick shout out to an Iowa great, Tavian Banks, running back. Kids, look that up.
Tavian Banks, yeah, and Cade McNamara had a really good day for the Hawkeyes. 251 yards, 3 touchdowns. I expected them to win. Obviously, this is one of those games where you should win those games, but still, anything can happen in college football, as we know. We've seen over the course of the years. You remember the Appalachian State upsetting Michigan victory from years ago. It still kind of gets thrown around in our heads a lot. Well, look, we got one more topic to get through this morning, and let's get to it. And we're going to talk some SWU basketball now.
Yes.
So, Villanova, there are reports coming out from their practices in particular. We've got those going on for a lot of these SimWorld U teams. And right now, Justin Bell is struggling in practices. Early reports are saying, as most notable thing coming out of the Wildcat practices. Coach is concerned about him, putting on weight and being a little more, being stronger, getting stronger, coming into somewhere you'd make a difference at the college level. Really, Noah Jackson is starting to come into his role as the quarterback, point guard of the team, and then Mugen Williams and Aaron Lovejoy are being considered to either start or play in the front court together, according to Coach Neptune.
Yeah. Hey, this whole situation about Justin Bell, I love the guy. Fake news. Fake news. Justin Bell's going to be a college basketball stud. You hear me? I'm talking about like the ones with sports bras and no hair. A college basketball stud. Don't worry about his weight class. Don't worry about that, sweetheart. He's gonna do his thing. The freshmen are also Mugen Williams coming in, Lovejoy coming in. They're gonna be just fine. Justin Cherry Bell is gonna be just fine, guys.
Yeah, I do think that Justin Bell's going to be fine. I agree. He's got a lot of skill set that I think will help him excel at the SimWorld level. We know that, especially in college, a good shooter can help you tremendously. And Justin Bell, he's not only a good, attacker of the basket, but he can shoot the ball too. So he'll definitely find himself in a good spot. And you don't need to be strong to shoot the ball. You don't need to be, strong to do that. And he can do that very well.
No, sir. And I say in life, a good shooter helps you out tremendously. In every aspect in your life, you need a shooter. In every aspect of your life, you need a shooter. And Justin Bell, my friends, is just that.
And this is a team, Rick, in Villanova that they have title aspirations as expected. They came up a little short last season, with Xavier winning the Big East, but that is a tough conference that they're in with UConn, Xavier, Creighton, Villanova. Those are the top 4 teams last season in the Big East. So, and they're coming into season ranked number 15 in the SP Top 25. We'll see how they perform, but I do think that Villanova has the talent to contend in that Big East conference. How do you think they'll do this season with the top teams, being again UConn, Creighton, Xavier? You think Villanova will be in there? Yeah, 3 of the top 4 teams are in that conference.
Yeah, I think they have a chance to finish in the top 3. Where in the top 3 is going to depend on a lot of things, how the teams shake out, injuries, everybody stay healthy, that type of thing. But I do feel they have the opportunity to go into the top 3 in that division. It's a very tough division. Now, when you start talking about past winning the division, you start talking about where can they go as far as in the tournament. That's where it gets interesting, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how deep of a tournament run they can make. It depends on how the season works out. You look at some more films, check out their games early in the season. But I'm very excited about this. It's a lot of competition between them. Creighton has a good team with Ethan Letterman and also Mark Chisholm. Yeah, so UConn, of course, is always going to do UConn things. So it's going to be a battle, and it's going to be a fun season for that division for sure.
It sure is going to be a battle. I'm very excited to see how that SimWorld U Big East conference shakes out. Georgetown's on the rise. Butler is trying to make themselves a run too. Marquette guy, Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah,
and
they did really good too.
The other name I can't think of at the moment. I'm sorry, but they have a really solid group of freshmen over there too. There's a lot of freshman talent coming into SimWorld U through SimWorld Prep this coming season, and it's going to be really exciting to continue to follow these kids' stories and their journeys as they continue on into SimWorld U. Any final thoughts, Rick?
Yeah, man. The man who sleeps on the floor, B-Run, cannot fall out the bed. Don't you guys forget that. That's a very important lesson you need to learn.
I like that. Well, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for joining us on this Labor Day live edition of SimWorld today. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notify bell so you can know when all of our shows, games, and streams like this go live for you all. And remember, until next time, SimWorld is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you tomorrow.
Tell your mama save me a plate.